we're going to talk about traditions of the holidays that are coming up. Many of us have many different traditions. Some of us in December celebrate Christmas. Some of us celebrate Hanukkah. Some of us celebrate Kwanzaa. Some in before December, our lovely brothers and sisters that are from India celebrate Diwali. I also found out recently that there's a Buddhist holiday that comes up in December. There are many that have nothing to do with religions that come up in December. But today we're going to talk about the three that I know a little bit about, done some study on, and the ones that I know that a lot of our families that are with the DSA will be celebrating. So let's just get started. And pardon me if you see me reading something, because I want to make sure that I say the correct thing. So let's just get started. Christmas is one of those holidays that some people celebrate as a religious holiday, as in they are Christians and they believe that Christmas is a celebration of Jesus' birth. There are also some people that celebrate it and they don't believe one way or the other. They like the idea of the gift giving, and they like the idea of some of the things that go along with it, like along with presents. They like the lights and all of that. So we're going to go through a couple of little things that are the symbols of Christmas and just give you a couple of little meanings. I know everyone loves that red and white candy cane. We like candy canes. We love the gift giving. We love putting up our beautiful Christmas tree. If you want to see a really cool Christmas tree, I would tell you to watch Miss Andy, because she has some really great decorations. Her house is beautifully decorated for Christmas. If you are of the Christian faith and you believe in this, in Jesus' birthday, then some people have what they call a nativity scene. And I'm sure that many of you have seen this nativity scene. Nativity scene is where you see symbols such as the baby Jesus in a little manger, and you see the mother and the father, Mary and Joseph. You see camels. I see a lot of the animals. You see, what else do we have in there? We also have the wise men and all of those symbols. Well, that's the symbols that the people who are celebrating the religious side of it believe in. And so that's what you will see. A lot of people also believe in the Christmas tree, and I believe in it, but they celebrate in their tradition. They put up beautiful trees. Now, what I've found out is that the tree, which is usually an evergreen when it's real, and when it's not, we try to make it look like it's an evergreen, is evergreen in that never-ending love. Like evergreens are always there, never-ending love for the greenery that goes along with the Christmas tree. We have presents, and we know where those presents. The presents came from a religious side. I'll just be honest with you, many of the symbols come from a religious side, as in that's what they took to the baby, and we now do them as our way of showing love to one another. We've got Christmas carolers singing songs. People go out. We also see candles. Candles light the way, and we will see candles in maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different celebrations. And why is this? This is because December was thought to be a very dark month. And when I say dark, I mean, when we get up in the morning, if you get up before 7, it's dark outside. And if you look out around 4:30, it's dark inside. So it's the shortest time of the year for light. And so the candles that we see are showing the light that has come into the world, and it is showing to brighten up everything, bringing in love, and all of those wonderful things. So you will see candles in Christmas, Hanukkah. We will see candles in Kwanzaa, and I found out there are candles in Diwali. There are candles, love of light, light bringing in love. Also, we have the Christmas wreath. People celebrate with wreaths. They celebrate with bells. They celebrate with candy canes. You name it. we have a wonderful time. And now we even put up lights. Like a long time ago, and I never understood how they did this. They took those little candles and put them on trees. I don't know how they did it and didn't have trees burning down and everything. But anyway, now we have wonderful lights, and we can go out and see the beautiful lights in so many different places. So those are some of the traditions of Christmas. Now again, everybody doesn't celebrate everything of Christmas this way, and some people do. So you enjoy the way that you celebrate it and have a great time. Some people open presents on the day of. Some people do the day before on Christmas Eve. Think about what your traditions are and talk about them with somebody. If you're on Talk Time, maybe we'll even talk about those as time goes along. Well, when I was in college was the first time that I learned a lot about Hanukkah. I had a very nice instructor in music, and he told us the whole story of Hanukkah. And I'm not going to tell you the story, but suffice to say, and maybe I will tell you a little bit about it, but suffice to say that when the people who celebrate Hanukkah are celebrating a time when their people had to do a retreat. They had to go somewhere trying to get away from people that weren't too excited about them. So what ended up happening, they had a certain amount of light they had, oil. And so they were able to keep this light going. And I know I'm not telling it the correct way, but it's my short way. They had to keep this light going. And how many days did they keep this light going? Well, they went for 8 days. So, when people celebrate Hanukkah now, they celebrate it by using candles, and they have them. The one candle is called, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I've cut it out. These are some of the symbols that are here. So, the candle holder is called the menorah, and the menorah, everyone each day, if you are celebrating, you light a candle each day. And each day has a meaning for you. Some of the other symbols that I found and some of the traditions were, again, a candle is placed in the menorah. One is lit for each day of Hanukkah. I found out about a potato latke. And that is a potato pancake fried in oil. Good. One thing you're going to find out that there are a lot of different foods for all of these holidays. Yum. I've learned about the word gelt, a small amount of money. And it can be given in chocolate coins. Wouldn't that be great? You get a gift. One gift is given each night for Hanukkah. There is a little toy called a dreidel. A spinning top. I don't know if you can see the dreidel. There you go. I'll pull it right there. You go. There's a dreidel. It has 4 sides, each with a different Hebrew letter, which tells you, so there's a game that goes along with the dreidel. And there are symbols Hebrew symbols on it that I guess it tells you what to do in this game. I also found that applesauce is offered and served with the potato latkes. So that sounds really like a very nice holiday. Again, about light over darkness, love over not love, or love over evil, however you want to say it. So Hanukkah. Hanukkah is usually celebrated by our Jewish families, by our Jewish brothers and sisters, and again, 8 days. Kwanzaa is a holiday that has been celebrated. It's not an old holiday like Hanukkah and like Christmas. It is a holiday that has been celebrated only for around 4 years or so. It has 7 days. So Christmas usually 1 or 2, according to how you look at it. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Hanukkah has 8 days. And Kwanzaa has 7 days. Each day there is a separate principle that is celebrated. Kwanzaa has some symbols too. And so I'm going to show you Now in Kwanzaa, there's a candle holder as well. This one is called a kinara. A kinara is there, and there are candles that are put in it. Now, I didn't say this. In Hanukkah, there are white candles, and I think the color scheme is white and blue. In Kwanzaa, it is red, it is black, and it's green. And each day you light a candle, and each day you talk about a different principle. And here are these 7 principles, if you will. You have unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. Children are given books or useful kind of things, education toys, on the day of Kuumba during Kwanzaa. You also see things like we have a unity cup where people pass around. They won't be passing around much this year, we all know. But that is the unity cup. When people pass it around, they drink from it and they talk about different things. You have a straw mat. You have the whole celebratory set up in your home. You're going to find that there, again, are the candles. You're also going to have fruit, because Kwanzaa means first fruits. It is taken from traditional African ceremonies for harvest. And that's what Kwanzaa means. It is called first fruits. And again, 7 days that it is celebrated. And it is celebrated usually with the African American community. And it goes from December 26th all the way to January the 1st, with each of those days having a different meaning. So these are 3 major holidays that you're going to see people talk about. Diwali is another one that I found out about, but it was celebrated. It's celebrated with our Indian families, and it says usually between October and November. And so, but I want to, because we're talking about late winter holidays, I just wanted to talk about it for just a minute. I found out that it is celebrated, the triumph again of good over evil, light over darkness, to mark the return of something that happened in Hindu history, the return of Ram, the Lord of Virtue, to his kingdom after he'd been gone for 14 years. So how is it celebrated? There are candles that are lit. There are fireworks that are set off. Everyone cleans their houses, and they have a special dinner. And I think this is something that we can all learn about. There are many other holidays that you're going to find that are being celebrated during this time. Some are religious and some are what they call secular. Anybody can celebrate those. So go on the internet, talk to your family, see what your traditions are. You know what your traditions are. You think about it, but think about some other things that maybe your parents did when they were little. Things I did when I was younger with my family may or may not be pertinent now. The things that you're doing, maybe your traditions have been handed down from year to year to year to year to year. Maybe some of the foods that you eat now, your great-grandparents or your great-grandmother had a roll recipe, or she had a special casserole that you did. Some of the best cakes are things that our families don't we know. Those are some really good meals. So think about all these things when you think about their traditions. And again, these are not the only ones. These are just the ones that we see a lot of in the communities around where we live. So if you have any questions about anything, get to digging, because there's a lot of good information out there. Don't forget to ask your parents if you want to know a little bit more about it, or talk to your friends and see, do you celebrate this? How do you do? What do you do? Because the more we learn about each other, the more we find we are so much more alike than we are different. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.